Hello, US Eagle Congress 2021 participants. This is In-seong Hwang from South Korea, living in France. This is the second year that I joined the Eagle Congress as a lecturer or commentator. It's a pity that we couldn't see in real in person again because of the COVID, but I hope next year we can see us in real, like old times. Today, first of all, I have about 3 hours. That's a big difference because the last time I had just 1 hour and there was another event after this, so I was in a hurry. But this time we can be a bit relaxed. So I'm going to check the chatting part, from time to time. So if you have any questions, then please don't hesitate to tell me. Okay, this time I don't know how many times I would do the lecture, but today, maybe it is just the one time that I would do. I'm going to make about the 3-3 invasion lecture, but it's not about AlphaGo 3-3 invasion. It's a bit different than that. But anyway, that would be quite a useful tip. And after the lecture, which would take about hour, a bit more than an hour. And after that, I'm going to review a couple of games of the Eagle Congress. I already found, collect 2 games. One of my student games that I just decide my own, and one I got it from the Eagle Congress organizers. So it would be interesting. So altogether, it would take about 2 hours, a bit more. But I hope you enjoy these 2 hours. So first of all, so the topic is all about the 3-3 invasion. It's not really all about 3-3 invasion. You cannot get it in an hour. But this is the one that I already made as the lecture 2 years ago. So after 2 years, I thought that it turns as like a common sense that people know. But in fact, before I joined this, I checked some YouTube, some Go videos about this 3-3 invasion part. But there are many lectures about this 3-3 invasion, but none of the YouTubers, Go YouTubers, check this, at least the English part. So it'll be great if you take this as the tip, because it may change your outline of this 3-3 invasion. If you're the member of my online Go school, then please give a chance to let the new people discover about this move. I think my members know about this, but still, at 2019, 2 years ago, I made a lecture and I joined the US Congress and then the European Go Congress as well. At the time, I asked around to the European strong players or professional players from Korea or China, but none of them knew about this, and myself as well. I also didn't know until 2019. So after that, I changed it. So I'm sure that many of you still don't know about this move. So then it'll be very interesting. So first of all, let's start from this one. Let's say your opponent makes the star pawn and enclosure, which comes quite often nowadays because it's a bit, more preferred position than the 3-4 point enclosure. Before like 2017 or 16, let's say, the AlphaGo time, people, Go players preferred this 3-4 point enclosure because it gives the guaranteed territory, right? But nowadays in pros games, if you see, then the star pawn enclosure comes more often. And let's do like that. So in this position, it is white's turn. Then how do you approach to this star pawn enclosed corner? If it was the lecture before 2016, I would have said that you need this A, B, C. Right? That's 3 ways that you either approach in this way, that's quite a common one that you know, right? And also this one, it also comes quite often, and attach as well. So that's 3. But is there any other option that you want to add it? Like jumping into the corner directly? That's not the right one. Yes, so instead, there is the approach, the general approach, this approach. But that approach in before 2016 is considered as a kind of bad move. So I also taught to people that you should not approach in this way because it gives the chance for black to easily exchange and then pincer to attack. But nowadays the theory got changed, and the move that I want to share is connected to this shape. So anyway, so nowadays if you see pros games, then D comes more often than A, B, C. B, C doesn't come often. A comes, but D also, D was played, but it was not the favorable option. So it did not come often. A comes mostly, but nowadays this D also comes. So there is the reason behind. So maybe I should start like that. So in this position, let's say you approach, your opponent answers, attach once, and then enclose the corner, and you, let's say, extend like that. So we start from the bottom of the level. So is this corner clear territory? So because I don't know the rank about this Congress participants, and we have a huge gap. So we better start from the bottom like this. The corner is not clearly as the real territory yet, is it? If black plays an extra move like this, then we can say that it's kinda the territory. Not 100%, but nearly. But especially if black tenuki, black plays elsewhere, then later white can come. So all of you know this, right? White can come here, and as I told you, I searched many YouTube videos about this, and there are many lectures about this part. That okay, if your opponent comes, then how would you answer? That is like the main topic of this 3-3 invasion lecture. How many options do you have in this position? If it is a easy question for you, then it means that you already know it. There are 3, yes. The new one, but anyway, basically 3. So these are A, B, C, right? So in case black plays A, then white can play Hane. So locally it is a great result for white, because black need to play like this one, which means that when white just plays Hane, black didn't block, but black played this one to let white step in like this. So this must be a very good result for white. So you should play this one only in the situation that you are far behind. So let's say white surround this black through already, while white is so strong, black is so weak. Then you should block here to negotiate it. Or you may play C, especially this C, you should play when you have nice position at the outside, like this one. So white can save the group inside, something like this. But while your opponent is saving, you can take this side, which is bigger. Therefore, you can play this one when you are strong. So when you're weak, you should play A. When you're strong, you should play C. And if it is not very strong, not very weak, then this one is possible too. But according to the AI program, that is not very preferred option anymore, because that exchange itself is quite nice exchange for white. For instance, white exchanges once and tenuki, then later, how would you lock this corner if you can play once more? Black may just block like that, but that is quite slack, because it means that after white tenuki, black plays like this one. to save this corner, which isn't really the right way, is it? So the right way is like this one, Han connection, right? So if white tries that one, if black tries that one in this position like this, then you see that this AB remains as very nice exchange for white. In case white comes now like this, then black gonna block here. Black won't play this one to let white do something like this. So that's why it is now. It's already a good exchange for white. And locally, white may move it like this to do the call, the classic one. Or sometimes you can play here to look for saving. If white has some helping stones around here, then it's possible. So this is the basic. So you guys know this? That's 3 options. Then it means that you are ready to go to the next part. If you are not familiar with this option, then you should check some 3-3 invasion lectures on YouTube. Then there are many videos to explain about this. Okay. So let's say that 3-3 invasion is clearly working, right? So if the invasion is working, you need to defend it. So how would you defend? For instance, you have this kind of position. And traditionally, there was one very good move to defend this corner. You may play Han connection, or the 3-3 invasion, 3-3 and then Han connection like this. You can do that is okay, but especially in this kind of position, that if you play for only corner like this, white can easily come to the upper side, so can easily break it. And if you only focus on the side, then still the corner 3-3 invasion is annoying. Therefore, you need to find something in between. And what's the good move that you have learned? 015, is it? That move is kind of a famous one that many people still know that it is a quite good shape. It is a good shape. But why is it a good shape? Why is it a good move? Because it takes care of the both sides, the corner and the side. So after jumping, to come here, still possible, but it's more difficult than the case that black has a stone here, right? So that's the first reason. And that jumps protect the corner. It protect the cut. Yes, you even know that. That is good. The protect the cut means that without this, later white comes, black plays here, then after this is the classic option. Black can locally kill this group. The white cannot save, but there is a cutting point. But this cutting point, if it was already blocked by prevented by this one, then it is a perfect move. So that is the theory. So black plays like this one to block the corner, because white cannot save. Even if I try to save like this, black plays Han, it is dead. Okay. So it protects the corner, and also it protects the side a bit. So that's a very good move, right? And there's one more case. So in this position, let's say white doesn't answer. So, or if it is the case that black already had this position and white approaches. If white approaches, then black can attach here to play pincer, right? Like this pincer or low pincer, any pincer like that. Then it does look like the bad position for white. Okay? So white need to jump like this. White need to go out, and black answers like this one. Or black may play like this exchanges to make white's group heavy, but in fact, white's group become heavy and become stronger, so better not to exchange. But anyway, this is the proper move, is it? Many people play this move because that move, if black plays, then black can protect the corner. That was the one that I knew. So what about you? Black plays this one, so it protects again, is it? White, if white comes, black plays here, and white tries to save, then it again protects this A cutting point, like the other one, is it? So that's why this is a very good move. It protects the corner and keep aiming this white's group. So that is the common knowledge that I have it. And if you're like a strong Q or mid Q level, you already know about this, right? If you don't know what I'm talking about, then you need to check this, basic part. Okay. Anyway, so that is the one. So in this case, I understood before 2019 that the corner is secured. And also, in case later, white plays this one and black has this jump, then the corner is again closed, like this. However, that both are not. This is the one that I asked it among, the professional players who are top European players in the US Go, not the US Go Congress and also the European Go Congress in 2019, the last on-site Go Congress, but none of them answered right. So I got surprised. I already got to know that it's quite surprising, but also didn't know that even many professional players didn't know about it. And there was the Go TV, Baduk TV in Korea, and the player, there was one game, and it was the game between the top professional players, and the similar happening came, and there were three the commentators, but two of them didn't know, and just one knew about this. So I also got surprised. So maybe it's the time that I should tell you about the secret. So in this position, or let's go back to this position because it is a much clearer case, like this one. So when black jumps here, is this corner black's territory? Then the answer is no. White can still save this group. In fact, the move itself is quite easy, but I think the strong players couldn't discover this move because they have so much fixed idea that, okay, of course, that is black's corner. Of course, white cannot come, and we should just agree that there's nothing like that. However, still there is something. White can come to the corner, this 3-3. Then black need to answer. Okay, how should black answer in this position when black is so strong? Then black shouldn't block to give this hane because it's a huge damage. Black need to go down here. Then traditionally, white plays these exchanges and look for saving the group, but it isn't working like we checked. Even if I continue like this, there's no way. However, white doesn't play this knight move. White can just push here. Just simply push. Then, each time when I give this example that it's possible to save, then people, professional players or strong players says that no, it is not working because black can play like this, then to that form like this. But in fact, it is very easy among the strong, like professional level players. But because of the fixed idea, they didn't even discover this part because they learned like that, and me too. I learned that it is not possible to save, and also I thought that it is the dead form. However, if black extend, white can play this one. That move is strange, is it? Right. Okay. August is free. You're talking about the 연구생 도장. Yes, the August is free because even the COVID situation is better. The Delta attack has arrived, but still the situation got a bit better. So anyway, no event in August. So we're free. Anyway, white plays this one and black need to play this, and that does look dead. However, white can exchange this one in center. That is center, black needs an answer, and white plays here, then it is alive. It's very cute way to save the group, right? Cute. Just 2 points. But anyway, there is a way to save. It doesn't mean that white need to save it right away. You should not do. If it comes in the opening situation, then it is bad. But at some point, okay, I brought many examples to let you explain about this, to explain about this, let you know about this clearly. But it is working. Okay. Anyway, so this one, that move, it's in fact, if I place here, black can play this one, right? So there's no way to save. So my opponent's good move is my good move. So I can play first and exchange once. That is important. If I doesn't exchange this one and just play here, then black cannot touch and kill it. Because in this case, when white plays, black gonna connect. Then there's no time to cut, nor step back, because it's already a dead shape. So this is the one. So what about playing here then? Black may have this butting move. If black makes this butting move, then white cannot touch here. After touch, black can play hane and connection because then this corner is the dead form in general. But white can go down because this going down move can make the connection like this. So white is already connected like this. So that's why white is safe. So instead of this one, black need to play here. That's the best option for black. Then, it's a call. Even after black plays this move, still there is a call. And it means that this jump doesn't protect this corner. Right? So here, why is this move is working? It's because so if you have so much fixed idea, that, of course, if black goes down, why need to exchange? Then there's nothing. Because A protect B cutting points, then it means that you're the old Go player who doesn't know about it. I also didn't know, At 2019, I went to Korea for studying games with the Korean In-seong, 연구생, for about a couple of months. At the time, I studied one shape and discovered together with professional players. And that professional player also didn't know about this. So that is, since then, I thought that it was kind of famous. Is it? Who knew this move? That white can still save the group here. Or in another case that we studied, we checked, where is it? In this position, white approaches pin-saw, and white jumps and black answers. So white-black plays just, more and more. And later, let's say white wants to come. White has very strong position, let's say, there's nothing. And this position, white comes. Can white save or not? The answer in the past, it was no, but now it is yes. White can. Because black need to go down, then white push again. Black need to extend, then white plays this one to exchange and save it. So it is still possible to save. So I brought some real game examples. Look at this case. You can easily find it. Look at the upper left area. This corner must be white's corner, right? If it is your game, I'm sure that you wouldn't look this area because it does look like the living shape. And white is alive and there's no way to do something as black. However, it is working. Black can come. If black comes, then what to do? It's a bit too soon because there are about 3-4 more moves, 2-3 more moves that I like to share that I suppose you don't know. If you don't know this one, then you also don't know others as well. Okay, why need to go down, is it? Then black goes here. The same, so black cannot touch here. So black can do this call, which is great, because in case black wins, white's full group will be in danger. So why need to extend? Then black plays here. In this position, black may exchange this one first, to use this as center, and then play here, and this one, it's alive again. There's no other option. For instance, white plays here, black can play this one. So that is a living shape that black can blow. Okay, it's the living shape. Why need to come like this? Black can play here, it's alive. Okay. Black has large space, so no way to kill it. Like this one, that is the simplest option that black can save it. Okay, therefore, after this, here then black attaches, so this is the core, or white tries to kill, then black can go down to look for the living shape. So I need to play here to look for killing this group, but black blocks and make the connection. Okay, so like that, it's working. Okay. The strongest move is this one. In some cases, this move is working, but not in this case because there will be a cut like this. So I need an answer, but I can easily save it. Okay. So in this case, it's working. What about this case then? Look at the lower left corner. This is also, my pupil's game. Black's left side group is stable. Is it? This A group is stable. You better not to come when this A group isn't really stable, but it is stable. So black can imagine. Maybe black doesn't even need to do it now. Black can play some other moves because white would not know about this. So you may leave it, and later when you get a chance, you can come. But anyway, the question is, can black come here or not? Black can come. So after this one, white goes down, so it's not possible to save. So I'm sure many of you in this room did not even check this as an option, right? But after this one, black can push. White here, then black plays this one to do the call or save the group. And therefore, white need to extend. But black plays this one, and black plays this one, and alive. So you lose some points because white played A, so can look for this B. But you break this corner, which is about 15 to 20 points worth, 17, which is yummy. So you should not do it all the time. When the 17 points is enough, you should do it. But too early, if you do this too early, then it isn't good. Research for lecture. Oh, okay, so it's not related to this. Okay, anyway, so this is also working. And okay, so you got to know that even if your opponent has a stone on this position, white approaches, and even if your opponent has a stone on this spot or this spot, still you can come to save the group. So that is what you need to know through this lecture. Then it's already, like half of this lecture. And the next one I should explain with one example, which I brought it so many examples. So, okay, this one. It is white's turn. Look at the lower right corner. Black's 3 stones is being surrounded. So when you play games, sometimes you have this kind of situation that your opponent make this attach and jump, a knight move like this, but it is not very secured, and you surround this group. So in this position, where would you come? You already know that it is working, right? So white comes to 3-3. That is the one, right? White need to come to 3-3, and we are talking about 3-3 invasion. So yes, this is the only move, right? So then black need to block here in this case. If black plays such move like this one, white gonna play like this one, right? So it must be quite tough. Okay, so black gonna block here. So if black blocks, white plays Hane. And black can choose this option or Hane, like this. Then white takes point, but black can easily save the group inside, right? So how do you feel? Do you think that white gain enough points from this 3-3 invasion? I feel that it isn't enough. So instead of this 3-3 invasion, there is a new move, which is quite annoying for black to answer. F4, okay, this one, right? Is it the move that Kata played against you? Maybe not exactly in this position. Black gonna attach here. Then white can play like this. But to save the group inside isn't easy because it doesn't have enough space yet. So it's playable. White can play like that. Okay, possible. But especially in this position, the move that I want to recommend is this one. Okay. Submarine, but a bit different than the S4. Is it S5? So what to do if I comes like that? So you have a headache first, is it? And then block, is it? This one. Okay. Then Y comes to the corner. So just one more exchange and Y comes to the corner, the same. Then black expect the same one. Oh, I block, you play Hane, and then, okay, like this. Then, oh, this AB even turns as good exchange for black, so nothing, is it? But yes, it is a scary situation. In this position, Y can even connect, because after the connection, maybe Y can look for cut, like this. But if that cut isn't really possible, then one good option here, then this Hane, to make the negotiation like this, Y can play here. This Y's move makes the A and B as Mi. So in case black cuts, Y makes the connection. That should be a lot better than the general position, general shape, right? Therefore, black need to maybe cut, then what makes the connection? So it is like that. If I had this invasion already and play here and black goes down, now I place here, then black gonna block here. Okay. So that moves turns as bad exchanges, so it is really good for black, of course. But if it is already exchanged, Y can make the connection, so it's completely safe, and black is therefore really weak. So that's why Y plays like here first. Like a proof, you ask it first. If you block here, I will come. If you step back, so if black, now imagine to step back, how to step back? It's very difficult to step back. The first idea must be like attach to step back, but Y can come here to look for A and B as Mi. So not easy. So maybe black should play here. Then Y push once, clamp to exchange up to here and then make the connection. Then Y can bring it out like this. And what about the corner? Is this black's corner group even okay? Black can play Hane, so okay now. But Hane, Atari, like this, then black has only like 5 points. White uses this A and B and great. So this one. So when you are so strong, then instead of just coming into 3-3 to make the the situation that you learned, okay, this is like that. I'm strong, so my opponents test back, so I gain some points. You may just fall into this fixed idea trap. But now you should think about this kind of move. Not only 3-3, not directly 3-3, but this kind of move. Okay. There's some more cases which fit to this case. Was it this one? Yes, this one as well. Look at the upper right corner. A similar case, right? Y comes to the corner. This happened in the game because 3-3. What else would you think? So here and Hane. Then black plays this one, so it is like that. Or instead, Y comes this one. So in case black blocks, Y comes to the corner. Black need to follow this option, and now you see that Y shouldn't play here because black gonna play these exchanges and connect. And since there's no cut, White is being bad. No way to save. So in this position, that is the perfect case. Then Y shouldn't block, but need to play this one. If I place here, then that is a lot more difficult to handle. Black plays here, Y plays this. Black plays here, what makes the connection? Like this. Okay, so this one. So if black steps back, White makes the connection. This is a lot better than just the 3-3 invasion. So if you have the fixed idea, oh, of course, in this position, I need to come here, then that is really the fixed idea. And one more case. White approaches here and black plays pincer and then go like that, is it? So that is the basic form, right? So you shouldn't afraid to approach like D, as D. Okay? So A, B, C you can play, but D, don't be afraid, because even if your opponent plays like this, you can just jump out. The corner is still open. You can come to the corner. And let's say white is strong, like this, and later white comes somewhere around here. So you may have this kind of position. Then, let's say in this position, look at the corner. One can come. Here, that move is working. But in that specific position, there is one interesting move that you should also know. So we got to know that white can come here to save the group. And also this one sometimes. And here, the third one, this case. This is kind of famous. I remember that, the Lee Chang-ho, a legendary player, he played this move in pros games, in his games, in World Championship somewhere, but I forgot when it exactly was. The good move here is this one. Why comes like here, that does look a bit strange, right? But the reason why white plays here is because black need to go down. Any other moves, white can play Hane to get points. So if black goes down, then white plays this one. The two are the combinations. So after this, what to do? Just imagine that your opponent just played here, and you would go crazy, right? Okay, what's this? How should I answer like this? So if black blocks it, then white cannot touch. And here, to make this as call. That call must be great call for white. So this one, that move is working. Okay, so there are many new ways, is it? Not only just 3-3, but some other ways. So like this one. White plays, black goes down. Maybe this one we should also check. What if black attaches? This is also the famous one that I also didn't know. And I told you that I checked some YouTube videos about 3-3 invasion, and they talk about this move, but they didn't know about the hidden move that I'm going to share. Can white save this group inside? Mm-hmm. I can save it. Okay. How should I save it? R17. Okay. Black need to block. Mm-hmm. S18. Yes. So you know about this. Okay. Great. So this one. You can play here directly or exchange first, because you play here, your opponent gonna play Hane to save this weakness. And when you save, while you're saving the group, black makes a clear connection. You just learned it a few minutes ago. I mean, during this lecture, did I tell this? I think I didn't yet. Okay. Anyway, white can play this exchange. And after that, the cut does look like very tempting option. But black can play here, right? Okay. So black can play here. So therefore, white need to play here. So go Baduk. So you know that it is alive, is it? Okay. So good. That's what you know. So exactly. That is the one that I found it. So it's good. It's good that you know up to this one, power triangle. However, it is not perfectly safe. Of course, black need to take a risk. So in this case, black shouldn't do. Black should connect. That must be the right one. But what if this group is connected to the life index? I think I brought one case, which is really connected to this option. For instance, maybe here. Not exactly. Okay, so I should search for, because I brought some examples which are fit to this case. Maybe here. Not this one. Maybe not here, but we can check it from this one. For instance, white comes now just like that, and black plays this one. White plays here, and white knew this move, so white plays this and then here. Save the group. In this case, in case black just connects it to let white save, then can black save it? This whole black's group. This is Sente. So if black plays here, white plays Atari. So there will be only one eye. Black connects, therefore, like here, white plays this, so still there is only one eye. Okay. So in this kind of desperate situation, black has a special move. It does look like the alive group that white is looking for A and B as Mihai. Is it? So good move. But black has this Tetsuji. Maybe this Tetsuji isn't really familiar to you guys, is it? So what to do? Our triangle. Did I make the lecture about this? Okay. Anyway, so black attaches, then what to do? It's a strange move that black attaches in the wrong area. Is it? Okay. So this one. What to do? Why should cut? Is it? If I cut, then black jumps it. After exchange, black jumps. Why need to cut? Then black plays here. So this is call that black can endure. Capture, no, it's call. White comes back, then black plays here, so it is call. So even white attaches, black connects, and Atari, so still same. So there's no way to avoid this call. So maybe after black attaches, white cuts. Then here white goes down, so black is dead. Because white gonna have an eye space, but black doesn't. So instead of this connection, black can play Hane. If black plays Hane, then this is call, or this is call, or Atari, like this, black can do the call. So it's working. So in some special case, if black connects, white plays Hane, white is safe, black is dead, then black can play this one. That is a working move. Okay, so that one is working too. Anyway, look at this case. Black's turn. Black was behind. And actual game, black played only this one. So white blocked here, and black brings the group out. So that happened, but it wasn't enough. White goes down and white won this game. So instead of this one, black could have come to the corner. Then this is gonna happen like this. But that is also okay for white. So in this position, where should black come? Now you have more ideas about this, right? Not only 3-3, but B15. Yes, this one. So if black comes, let white block and then go here. Then black can look for more, like this. So in case white steps back, black connects, it would be great. And therefore, white maybe steps back, then black push, clamp, and then step back. Still the cut is working, or push is working. So white need to step back and push, and then the cut is working, so black is connected. If black can make the connection, then black can break a lot more points than the case that black attach it here or comes to the corner. So this one. It's a bit weird situation that black comes like that, is it? I'm sure that it is not familiar to you, but from today. If it gets familiar to you, then it'll be great. So these are cases that I brought it, and all the cases I found it in my pupils' games. So that's 4 cases, and some more cases I brought it. The case we already also checked, and then okay, so that's 6 cases. So let's go back to this position. Don't be afraid to approach like that. Or even if your opponent attaches and play knight move, still don't need to afraid, because your opponent plays this one or this one to believe that the corner is his territory, then you should show that it is not. Okay? And in case you have a good situation like this, some sort of this kind of situation, then to come only here to get this point isn't really a big deal. So you want to have more points than this, then sometimes you can come like that. So that is possible. What about this? Let's say your opponent already have this exchange. You know, this kind of situation comes often. That black makes sure to have this as black's territory. And let's say white has a move somewhere around here. Let's say, then is this corner of black's territory the real territory? Black exchange it even the S14 and S15. So it must be black's real territory, right? Still not. Okay. Yes, it is not perfectly the territory yet. It is, but white can take some. No area is safe. It's because, you know, the ladder should be working for white. The ladder is this one. White cannot touch here. This attach. In case black steps back, then white can play Hane like this. So that is already a nice profit. You cannot expect this much without this move, right? You can only play like this. That's nothing. The white attaches. Then black need to keep them like this. Then white goes down. Then after that, the ladder is here. Black tries to kill, and this cut must be working. This ladder, that one. Or black plays like this one, or like here. And locally it is dead, but the cut. So if that cut is working, then it means that black need to save this weakness. How to save the weakness? What's the good way to save this A cutting point? In general, you should play like this one. That looks like the nice shape. Or maybe jump, nice shape. But if black plays here, white cannot touch. That is a familiar shape, right? If black plays Hane and connection, white can go down. So when black tries to kill, white can play Hane and Atari. Then black cannot connect anymore. And now you regret that, I played here, but I should have connect like this. So because of this tiny difference, white can make the connection. So it means that after this, black can only play here, then this is called. So jump as well. Jump is the better shape move, but white cannot touch here. So the same. Therefore, if white goes down, black need to only connect. Black can only connect because it removes this connection possibly. But now there's no connection like this. So black can connect, but that connection, the shape is ugly. And white cannot save yet. But white has sort of special move here that white can, you should use it in the emergency case, not all the time. It is not T18, not in this case. In this case, it's not working. It's a bit different than the other one because, how to explain? So let's figure it out together. Why is it not working in this case? T18. Yes, so T18 is this one. because black's outside is stronger than before. Flatten the connect. So the difference between this and the other one is this one. That is the position that we studied, right? Black need to play here, white exchanges, and white plays here. But there is one more black stone, this one. Okay? That makes the difference. Black can come. If black comes here, then locally it is not possible to save. Because even if white plays here, black can just play this one. Okay? So it is not alive. Like here, black can just Atari or okay, so cannot save. And like this one, black can also cut. So because of this difference, black has one more stone. So that is not the right one. So cannot save, but white can play Hane and Hane. The first line Hane. That's why you need an extra stone here. If black cuts, then you block, you make the ko. That's annoying, a nasty one. If black blocks, white plays this one. To look for this ko, or the cut. White can look for this A cut. So if black cannot endure this and step back, then white plays this one. So white can look for making the ko. This is again ko, like this one, the ko. So it's like an emergency case that you should use it. But I mean, is this black's corner 100% territory? If someone asks this, then the answer is no. There are several conditions that one need to have A, one need to have the ladder. But anyway, you just have A, and the ladder works, then it's working like this. Okay, so the corner isn't safe. That's the reason why you shouldn't worry. Why you shouldn't worry to approach like that. You approach, your opponent plays here, doesn't matter because the corner is still open. Okay. And okay. Therefore, nowadays, if black already enclosed like this, then approach. But let's say there's no stone. There's no stone like that, and white approaches here, like say like this one. This position as white approaches here, then you can attach, right? So if you want to play this one, then please consider jump as the proper move. Please jump, not the knight move, because knight move was played. Why? Why people play this knight move? Why is it better than one space jump? Because we believe that it is, yes, the territorial move. We believe that it can secure the corner, but it is not really securing the corner. And if the ladder is working, one can even go directly like this. So that's why nowadays this move is kind of disappeared. If black attaches and then black doesn't play here, black jumps like this. So this move comes more often. That's why if the stone is already here like this, then you can free to approach. If your opponent kicks like this, then it turns to the case that black plays A and B. That's why you don't need to worry. Okay, so that is the difference. Why people play more of this kind of moves in pros games? Because they don't like this A-B combination. They believe that there are many ways that they can break the corner. The corner isn't safe. So if your opponent plays like that, then please approach. Or your opponent, when you attach like here, your opponent plays this one and play here, then the time that you should use it. Or if you play this as black, then you should avoid it. Okay. And here, if black jumps like this, how should white approach to the corner in this position? That's another subject, but we can do E18. Yes, that is the new move, is it? So this one. So if you know this, then it means that your knowledge is really well up to date. white can approach here too. That is also okay. You can come. But let's say you want to come to the corner. Then this one comes more often than the 3-3 invasion. Then the question also comes, why is this 3-3 invasion doesn't come often than before? I mean, white plays here, white can play knight move. Maybe white can play the same move after this. Or white can play here. You played P18 and die inside, okay. It must be bad. But I can tell you that you can save this group. The reason why white plays here, that white omit this A exchange, is because if white comes here, we studied that A, B, C are the proper options, right? When you are weak, you play A. When you are strong, you play C. And when you are in a between that situation, play B, like that, right? But there is a new move. And nowadays, this new move comes quite often. And if you check with the AI programs, then most of the cases, AI programs suggest this move. That this move is S14, this one. Black plays Hane. So if black plays Hane, compared to this one, let's say black plays here and then white goes, then what can black do against these two stones with this A? Not many things, right? But instead, if black had this Hane and white plays this one, like the same, then black can play Hane directly to directly grab these two stones. Okay. So it's more powerful. That this is a bit slow down, but here no, black is still on the tight position and then go. So it means that after Hane, white need to block. If white blocks, black has this option that black blocks here to let white capture and take it. And can you see the difference? In the other case, if black just blocks, white plays Hane, then after this, white can cut. But white can cut to take this one stone, right? But it looks white steps back like this, because this is already exchanged. So I can only come back and black can keep this one stone. That's the difference. So that's why here, then why need to move it? Then this AB turns as like a bad exchange because it hurts the lower side group. That's why white plays just here to pip it. Okay, just pip. Okay, I did not exchange A. How would you handle like this? In case black plays here, then white comes to the corner and white can free to block because white can save it. This AB is already exchanged, so white can easily save. Okay. Therefore, let's say black defend the corner, then white plays even this one. Not knight move, because it can be a bit heavy. So white plays like this one. Then you may say that, oh, black cannot touch and cut, which is true. Black can cut, but white can wedge to look for this one that's working. So black need to cut and take this one stone, but this pip is sent there. So white can get very nice thickness at the outside. So if you want thickness, then you should play here, or you think that you can just bring it back because you have some stones already somewhere around here, then that is fine, like this. Okay, so that's the reason why you see this move often in pros games. So it's like a puzzle that you knew that why this kind of moves, that you knew that this kind of moves come, but didn't know the reason why. So if you understand it, then when you use this, you may use it, in the right way. Okay, let's make it clear. So don't be afraid approaching against this star point and enclosed corner, because even if your opponent plays this one or this one, still the corner is open. Not now, but later, I can come and push to make this as call. Call is the best option for black, right? This call. If black plays this one and tries to kill, then you can play here, exchange and save the group, the cool one. And in case you have a good situation, for instance, you have nice position like this, then you should not just come to the corner, which let your opponent make the clear territory like this and clear living shape like that. Instead of this one, you can play here. And after black blocks, you play this here, then it is much better locally. So this kind of move, you should imagine it. And there is a case that black has one more stone like that. Then you can still come because this 3-3 invasion is working, but even this move is working, like this one and here. So I can look for making the call. So this corner is not really secured. Even, let's say, in this position, black has this exchange. So black should believe that, oh, okay, this corner is mine. And then continue. White comes, slowly, sneaky way, and the ladder is working. Then let's say you're leading the game. You shouldn't do. When you're leading the game, you shouldn't do. But if you need something great to change the game, then you can try this one and let your opponent play this ugly shape move and hard and endure this as call like that. Okay, so this is what we studied. As you can see, there are about 3-4 moves. And one more that in some cases, let's say it doesn't come, but if you just know it, then it'll be interesting. This kind of situation, when this kind of situation comes, then most of the cases black should connect. White's this one is a good move, Tetsuji, to save it. But there are some cases that you just connect your opponent save, you lose the game. Then there is a super move like this one to jump, then there is a call. There is sort of emergency way. In case white plays here to avoid it, then black can just connect, so it is dead. So that's why it is not possible to avoid this call. So up to here, about 4 new moves, is it? You got to know about this 3-3 invasion. So I believe that even after 2 years, none of the English YouTube videos about Go did not care about these 3-3 new moves. So you got to know it, right? So if you know this, then you would not afraid giving this corner because you can always come to break it. And as your side, you won't try to even make this as your territory, right? So every single 3-3, the corner, please suspect and go and get it. It would be great.